Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got Whisper going on the WSJT. I'll just get it up again. Here we are. This is the front panel, and one can change the mode. So at the moment I'm using Whisper, but you can see that there's FT4, FT8 and all the other modes. Configurations, well, the preferences or settings, they're quite complicated. But once you get them right, they work fine. You'll call sign your location, you go to the radio, you choose the radio that you've got, here FT897. The difficulty is quite often with the serial port, but you can test it by, yes, it's talking to the radio. And the last real problem is setting it to the codec that's in the Yaesu interface. Once that's done and plugged into the back of the rig, it listens for anything happening on that band. If you change the band here, let's say to 40 meters, it's gone to 40 meters here, and now it's listening. We haven't got an antenna for that at the moment, so I'll go back to 2 meters. 144.489, and it's gone back to that frequency. It took a little while also to set up the rig. You've got to set a digital mode with a 1500 hertz carrier. Once that's done though, it just works away. When you come to operate the software, you have to enable the transmitter, and it will transmit 20% of the time, receiving 80% of the time in 2-minute packets. Here we are at the end of the first minute, receiving, and as it gets to the end, I will tell it to transmit next to make sure it's working. So when that reaches the end, it'll kick in for 2 minutes and transmit. This is the where the signals are reported, and I received a signal from South Australia at a distance of 490 kilometers a while ago. That was all. Now that signal would have been displayed on this website, whispernet.org. I'm looking at 40 meters at the moment, and there's not much happening in Australia, but there is in Europe and US. Here we are, the 2-meter transmitter started, and it'll be sending a 20-watt signal out. There's the activity in Europe in the night time on 40 meters. I go back to 2 meters to monitor that. Update. The fact I've got a station on the internet will mean that it will show my location on this map. And there we are, VK3 KKP. That line there shows that 2 stations, one can hear the other. 2 stations are in contact automatically. Nothing's happening here. I'm not getting any stations at the moment. But after a time, you might find that activity increases over in this direction, or maybe back into VK2KRR, who's got very good aerials. And as I showed in my talk earlier, 2 meters can suddenly come alive and have contacts up as far as Alice Springs and up to Queensland. That's why it's so valuable. When you see a lot of signals like that, then it's worth going on sideband on the rig and try and talk to somebody.